I hit the wrong button, so I hope you come back. Hi, Linda. Yeah, I hit the wrong button. I did something and it kicked me completely off. I think it was more on my end. Hi, Carol. I hit the wrong button, Carol. All right, we're gonna get started before I do again. I'm gonna flip my camera down. Okay, let me make it straight. There we go. Get my controller out of the way. Stampin' Up is running a couple of things. You have until the end of this month, which is Saturday. Yeah, Saturday to take advantage of the starter kit for $165 worth of product for $99. And they are running a sale from June 3rd to the 30th. You buy all the sweets, and the sweet products are on sale. You buy one, you get one 50% off. So that's including the ones in the catalog and the ones online exclusive. So if there's anything you think you might want, take advantage of that sale starting June 3rd. And in July 16th to the 18th, they're having a virtual scrapbook album retreat. And what that means is you will, during the 3 days, you will create 12 scrapbook spreads with the community. It's all over. I think in U.S. You purchase a kit and it's $250, but you get all the supplies, the stamps, the cardstock, the embellishments, everything that you need to make 12-page spreads. And they're a 2-page spread. And they have January, February, March, April, and then on the back side of my paper, it's the rest of the months. And you would make 2-page spread for the whole 12 months, okay, in those 3 days. So I'm thinking each day, since it's 3 days, each day they'll be making a four 2-page spreads. So they'll probably make January, February, March, April, and then they go to the next 4, and then the last 4 on the last day. If you have any questions, just let me know. You can email me at dkl333@comcast.net. And they also let us know additional supplies if we need them. But if you decide to take this, let me know. Maybe we can get together. That's my birthday week. My birthday's the 17th. And we can do them together. Okay? Just let me know. Okay, and if you're not working with the current demonstrator and would like to have the catalog, let me know. I will send it to you. All right, let's get started. I am using the DSP from the Meant to Be scrapbooking kit. Okay. And this is the two-tone paper. I'll flip it a little so you can see the difference. And this is Petunia Pop. And this is 11 by 3¼ That's going to go up here, and I'm using the darker side. And then this is the paper, and I'm using this one. And this one is 3 by 10 3/4. I'm going to lay that on there. Then I have another piece from the same pack. This is 2 by 7. I'm going to lay that there. Then you're going to need, let me get my papers here. This is, I think this is petal pink. And this is the lighter side. Okay, you see that? And you'll need 3 sheets of that, or three sheets of the Designer Series paper, cardstock, I'm sorry. 3 1/4 by 6. So I'm using the darker side here. Then I'm going to use the lighter side on this one and the darker side on Petunia Pop. Okay? And for here, you'll need 3 3/4 by 2, and I'm using the lighter side of Petunia Pop. And we're going to lay that like that. Then you're going to need 3 pages, or 3 Whisper White, basic white. They will be 3 by 5 3/4. And you can lay them on here. Now, if you don't want the white on, you can leave the white off. Okay? So far, that's what's going to look like till I flip this one over. And then you'll need a piece of Whisper White, which is 3 1/2 by 1 1/4, and that'll get laid there. Okay? Now I'm using Beach Day. The stamp set, I'm pretty sure sold out. I couldn't find it online, but the dies are still on the last chance list, okay, at a sale price. I used some of the dies to make this, okay. I just cut a circle and just trimmed it down a little to make my my sand bank. This, and this, and this is from the dies. This little circle for my son is from the dies. It's right here. And then I took these 2 dies, laid it down, and that's where I got the curvy in the picture. Bring it up so you can see it. Okay. I didn't want you to see me do all that. I didn't glue anything down, so that way it doesn't take up all my time. And then for this one, I just went ahead, I cut a 1/2 inch circle out, and I laid it here, and I just took my blending brush and just went over it with blue. And it was enough ink on my blending brush because I was using it for another project, and I was just able to do that. That will get laid there. Okay. And then I went ahead and I used this die, cut it out, trimmed it down. Then I used the stamp that's here, which is the seashells and the sand bits, okay, to just put a little bit of texture on there. That'll get laid here. And I went ahead and die cut my sun. That's going to go right where that white circle is. And a surfboard. And I just used Petunia Pop, and then I stamped the little flower from Be My Valentine. This little flower here, I just stamped it on the surfboard. That's going to get laid under the sand here, so that it looks like it's in the sand. All right. So we're going to go ahead, before I go and put my title down, we're going to go ahead and glue all this together, okay? So I'm just going to start right here. And I'm going to open a new adhesive because my other one I'm using is real sticky because of what I was doing this weekend. And the birds, I just freehanded the birds. Only because I didn't want to cover up here. This is where you can write your journaling if you journal in your scrapbooks. This seashell is from the dies. Hi, Gina Marie. Well, if it was buffering, Gina Marie, it might have been my mistake. I hit a wrong button and it went out. And I'm just gluing everything down now. Okay. I'm going to glue this down. And I like using liquid glue when I scrapbook, especially because that way, if it's not even, you have wiggle room. Okay, and we're going to glue this together. And then I am going to stick this right here on the end. So I'm just going to put some glue at the bottom. Whoops. And then glue this down. Oh, I did that wrong. Okay. Let me pick this up quick. Let me get my snips. I'm going to snip the top of the bottom of the surfboard off. I forgot. It's a little longer than the white. And then I'm going to just put a dab of glue here. And put my sun on right over that white. I'm going to lay that there. Okay. So, we're going to get this situated and we're going to glue these down before I put my topping on. I think that looks good there. So let's start with this one. Is it raining where you guys are? It's been raining all day here in York, Pennsylvania. This one down next. Eyeballing the sides and the bottom so I have it straight and even. If it's raining there, Carol, blame it on the weather. Okay, now we got to put the middle one down. We're just going to center that in the middle. And put this one down. And I'm just putting my liquid glue on the back of this. I'm going to line it up to the bottom here. Oh, looks good. And then we're going to glue this one down. I'm going to line that up to the bottom here and to that one. Like so. Okay, now I'm going to take this one off. Oh, okay. 82 in Boston. You're lucky, Gina Marie. It's been raining here all day. Okay, now for my heading, I went ahead and I cut 2 3/8 inch circle, a 2-inch circle, and 1 3/4 inch circle. Okay, and I'll flip them over and show you what I did with them. I am using a retired stamp, the large letter framelits, because I won't get rid of these. I use these a lot, okay, in my scrapbooking. And I did them in basic black. And we're going to do summer. I tried letters in Petunia Pop, and I didn't care for it. I think black letters just pops everything when you use the black. And see, I have this plaid going on. I can place my letters and it would be even. Okay? So they're going to get glued down. Then I made beach balls with my circles. And then I have this one. What do you think? That's my topper. Okay, so I am gonna put my balls down first. I could have colored these in. I actually had a plain ball, and my sister Linda, I always send her what I'm creating. And she gives me her opinion. So between the two of us, we come up with, I'm going to pop this one up, with an idea. I've been bugging her to come in and spend the weekend with me. Thank you, Gina Marie. And she's up in camp. They go camping every summer from April to October. So one of these weekends she's going to come in. We're going to set up some classes, and it'll be an online class where you would. Oh yeah, they do. Yes, it does. I have some friends that live somewhere in Michigan. I'm not sure where though. Okay, so now we're going to put the letters down. Now, Normally my letters will go on my sticky paper, my adhesive sheets, but these are big and I can put where I want my adhesive without any problems. So I'm going to turn this around because I want that to be touching the top line so I can see what I'm doing. So it's going to be upside down for you guys. Ask you I made something for my two sisters, and I'm going to show you tonight what it is. It's I made one for my great grandchildren, and I decided to do one for our family, which is 8 of us plus our mom and dad. So it was 10 of us in our family. And unfortunately, there's only 4 of us left out of the 10. Three girls and a brother. Our brother is 85 years old, and he's in a home where they went before his wife died. And we're pretty sure he has dementia. Just early stages of it. He thinks he's going home, and he's not. But we keep keep him humored and say okay. He keeps telling us he's waiting for the doctor to come in to say he's ready, he can go home. But there's only 4 of us left out of the 8 children. Our mother died when we were very young. Our us girls, the last 3, we were pretty young. I think I was in 9th grade. And she had passed a week before Christmas. And the last one. So I'm going to show you what I did for my sisters. Okay, that looks pretty good. Close this up for a minute. Bring in my page, wipe off the glue off my fingers, and that's going to get laid right up here. Just like that. So we're going to do that. So let's put this down like so. Oops. Okay, that is my page for tonight. If you want, you could do another page. You could lay it out a little different. You could take these three and run them down this side. And then you wouldn't necessarily have to have a banner. You could take this piece and run it down here. And then these would fill in between. So I didn't think about that when I was making that. Yes, Stampin' Up! Does give us more sisters than what we actually have. Okay. I made a lot of sister friends over the 21 years I've been doing this. Okay. That's my page for tonight. Okay. Now, if you, like I said, if you don't want the white on top of the design, top of the cardstock, because to me that's pretty white. Yeah, Gina Marie, you can be our sister too. Carol, you can be our sister too. Okay, let me show you what I did over the weekend. I might have showed you this one when I first did it. I'm gonna move my page out of the way for now, and it was this one. Okay, now I did show the one that I did for my grandchildren, but that was on a scrapbook page. Okay, so this is for my sister Linda. And I actually took, this is on canvas, and I took chalkboard ink and painted it. Now this was actually going to be mine, okay? And so anyway, then this is for my sister Tina. I left her pick out the color she wanted. And then this is the one I did. And after I got it all together, I was a little upset with myself because I wanted this down to a little further, but it's okay. I spattered mine with acrylic white paint. Can you see that? It's spattered on the around the edge, a little bit in the middle. But, and then what I did, I took my black Stampin' Right marker and went around all my letters, okay, to make it look like actual blocks, like Scrabble. But that is what I did for my sisters. So now they have to just come and get them, Linda. Okay, let me put this out of the way. And we'll bring my page back in. And like I said, if you wanted to do the other page, I'm going to show you what I meant. Let me get my papers here. May have to get some more. Let me move this to the side. Bring my cutter in. I'm going to cut this at 3 1/4. I'm going to do that twice. And then it's going to be cut at 6. Okay. And I need to get some white. Okay, I'll bring in another one. I'm going to show you what I meant as far as doing a different layout on the other page. And then, see if this is big enough. Need a 6 by 3 1/4. Okay. And then see, you could lay like this on this side. Same amount of distance between them. Okay. And then I need to get another piece of paper. And then, yep, I do have another piece. And that was, I forget, 3 1/4 by 11. Okay, 3 1/4 by 11. I knew you'd get that, Linda. I'm going to cut an inch off. And that we can lay here. Okay. And then for the middle part, we need 2 by 7. Two. And well, you're right, Carol. I think it is pretty expensive. But you get stamp sets, you get everything that you would need, with the exception of the ink, I think. I'm going back to, I'm reading the quotes or the comments I missed. That would go here. Okay. And then the little piece here was 3 3/4 by 2. 3 3/4. That'll work. 3 3/4 by 2. That will go here. Whoops, this way. So you see, you can do this layout along with the one I just did, and you can lay it this way for the other page. Let me bring the other page in. And you wouldn't necessarily have to have a title, because you have a title here, but you could put fun, summer fun, down here, okay, and then have some trees and, oh really, Carol? My sister and I, Linda, we do scrapbooking when we get together. We do cards, we do 3D projects. She brings her junk journals that she does and works on them. But this would be the layout I would do for the other page. Okay. So, and then you would put white on here if you wanted white. This you could decorate it, and you could have your scene going this way. Here doesn't get anything. This, you could use this as your journaling. And then this would be summer. I would put fun and then put some beachy stuff here. Okay. We have a retired stamp. What's it called? Oh, here, Eat Beach Day. You could put the, make a scene with the lifeguard shack right here, with the, or put your umbrella. Oh, is it Carol? Yeah, I have a sister, Linda and Tina. In fact, Linda is on here. But yeah, so I might just go ahead and do that. Finish this up. And I'll post it on my Facebook business page, the Stampin' Hut, so you can see the difference in the two with the layouts that way. Or you could reverse it and you can put this over here and these over here, whatever you want to do. If you want the title up here, just do the title and then lay it out the same way. Lots of possibilities. But yeah, this is I have a hard time thinking of scrapbook pages, what to do. I hit Pinterest all the time. And then I go off what they have, but I change it up. Oh, thank you, Carol. So, any questions, just let me know. If you leave a comment on YouTube, I will get a notice of them, and I usually answer right away. I'm up to 840 subscribers. I'm pushing for 1,000. So appreciate it if you would share and tell all your friends to watch me and subscribe to me. Subscribe to my channel so I can get 1,000 viewers or subscribers. When I started out doing these. Ah, yeah, Linda. Okay, let's do that. We can put the long strip here. And this would go this way. Just reverse it. Like so. Upside down? Is that what you mean? Oh, thanks, Carol. I appreciate it. Yeah, so like I said, there's a lot of possibilities with this page where you could change it up to what I did. And like I said, I will finish this one and I will put it on my Facebook business page. So, all right, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video and my family tree. So, I will be back here on Friday, and I am going to try to get these cards made that I was going to do. Yes, that would be a great card layout, Carol. Thank you, Gina Marie. Carol, usually when I look at scrapbook pages, I always think of cards too, just so you know. Some of my ideas for my cards that I do get are from scrapbook pages. But when I get stuck with scrapbooking to make pages, I go on Pinterest and see what's on there. And then I create it my own way. The layout might be the same, the papers are different, and I might use different elements that they use, but yeah. So I'm going to say good night. Good night, Linda. And I will be back Friday, 8 o'clock, and I am going to have some cards to show you that I was going to make on Monday. But we had company from Virginia. So I will see you at 8 o'clock on Friday here and Facebook. And I just want to say I appreciate all of you being here, and I will see you Friday. Have a